Hi, Pine Tree Primary Families. We have had a great start to the school year. We loved getting to meet all of our little pirates yesterday, and they are already off to a great start today. But we wanted to share with y'all a few procedures and tips and tricks to help get our almost 500 little pirates into the building in the morning and back to you each day. So I'm going to talk through a bunch of those procedures on the video, and then the written portion of this will be where you can read it as well, will be attached to this video. So let's talk morning drop-off. So we have two drop-off lines. One of those is Silver Falls Road, which you get to off Silver Falls, and then Pine Tree Road, which you get to off Pine Tree Road. Those drop-off lines are open from 7 to 7:30 every day. And you can drop off your child, and we have adults there to get them out, get them in the building, and they'll get on to class. What we need from you for help with this is to have them ready. So they need to have their backpack and water bottle ready. They need to be unbuckled and ready to exit, and sitting on the side of the vehicle that's closest to the building of whichever side they're dropping off on. If your child isn't ready, there's parking spots in both of the low areas of drop-off where you could park and get your child ready. Pull up to an adult. Don't let them out without an adult. The adult will open the door. They'll hop out and head on in the building and get on with their day. Once kids enter the building, they know where to go pretty quickly. What you can't see from the outside is we have adults stationed along inside the building. So what children have the option to do when they walk in is they can go get breakfast if they would like to get breakfast. So they go to the cafeteria, they grab their breakfast, and then they go to one of two morning rooms, either in the cafeteria or the gym. And at 7:15, their teachers pick them up to take them to class to be able to eat breakfast. So we serve breakfast, and they eat breakfast till about 8:45 till we start announcements. But breakfast time is also the time where they're getting unpacked. The teacher is talking to them. They're doing their morning work. So a lot of learning is happening even before our announcements start at 7:45. So the earlier you drop them off, the more time they have to go get their breakfast and get settled in with the day and get their morning started. So what happens if your child does not want to get out? And that happens. Some mornings, we all have mornings where we don't want to get out. Here's a couple of tips that we have for you. If you come through and they don't want to get out, there's usually a spot where you can go and turn around and come try again, or go back out and go through again. You could also pull over in a parking spot and talk and give them a few minutes. But one thing we cannot do is when you're in the drop-off lines, we cannot physically reach inside the vehicles, pull kids out, or carry them into the building. With the sidewalks and the concrete and other cars moving and us needing to be out there to take care of kids, we just cannot physically pull them in. So if you've tried a couple of times and your child still will not get out, you can bring them to the office at 7:20 is our office walk-in. So children can be walked into the office at 7:20. And it's a drop and go. So have them ready to go, backpack on, water bottle, walk them to the office door, and they'll go right in. And then we have adults there that will help show them how to get where they're going. However, something to be mindful of that. Birch drops one of their drop-off lines, comes through that same road. And then we do not have a lot of parking spots in our office area. So we really encourage everybody to use the drop-off lines and save the office drop off for if you've got something you need to ask office staff about, or if your kid is having a rough morning. Other than that, we would really like you to use the drop-off lines so that we try to keep traffic from being so backed up. So the office is open for drop-off 7:20 to 7:30. An important time to remember is 7:29. So our school day, our tardy bell is at 7:30. So if you were coming in one of the drop-off lines, you've got to be in that line by 7:29. On Silver Falls Road, there's a big speed hump that you've got to get over. On Pine Tree Road, there's a stop sign. So you've got to be there by 7:29. Our staff has to leave outside, go inside, and be with kids immediately at 7:30. So we need your help making sure you're in the line early. That way we can get them there. Now, if you've listened to all this and you're like, hey, I'm a bus rider, I don't even have to worry about this. You don't. Our bus riders and our buses are amazing. It's our primary kids. They come pick you up from the house. They bring you to school. Those kids usually get here around 7:10. They grab their breakfast. They head to class with their teacher, get their morning going, and then at the end of the day, we load them back up on the bus and they go right back to your house. So if that sounds a lot more fun than wanting to deal with all this school traffic, stop by the office. It takes 3 business days to get you routed, and we can take them back and forth to your house, and you can avoid the traffic. But please remember, with the morning, we've got to have them here on time. If kids are late, they miss out on the morning routine. They miss out on their morning work. They miss out on getting their day started, and then they just come in behind. So it's important that all of our students are in the building by 7:30. All right, so we've talked about morning. Let's talk about our afternoon pickup, how we get everybody home. And I love how we do it here at the primary. A big thing that we need your help with is transportation changes. Kids need routine, and so they need to be on the same way to go home every day, or the same schedule. If it's the same every Tuesday, the same every Friday. If it's changing constantly, that confuses kids. If there are transportation changes because of some sort of emergency or something happens, they need to be done in writing by 1 o'clock. We do not take transportation changes over the phone. You can Seesaw your teacher. You can stop by the office. You can send a note in your child's folder, but we do not take transportation changes over the phone. Our office closes at 2:30 every day for early pickup. So sometimes we have doctor's appointments after school. They have to be picked up before 2:30. We close at 2:30 so that we can help with the transition to dismissal. But if you forgot your car tag, stop in, we'll get you a car tag. So what happens is, the end of our day, we do some end of day things as a class and pack up and make sure everybody has their stuff. And then we move to our exit. So if you are in a pickup line, you will see somebody coming out with their phone, typing on it. Please follow that person's directions. They are telling you what order and where to be. What they're doing is they're taking all those car tag numbers and they're putting them in a line. And then inside in our building, the kids will get lined up in that same order, so that when you get up to where the poles are at, the kids are already in line and we can get them to you really quickly. So please make sure you follow the directions of whoever is outside. It's very hot right now, so be patient, because phones are overheating and we're trying to make sure we get you your kids as quick as possible. So follow directions, because if you don't and they get out of line, it messes up every single person behind them. Always have to have a car tag. If you don't have a car tag, they will not give you your child. You will have to come around to the office. All students must be picked up by 3:15. So we start loading cars at 2:55. They must be picked up by 3:15. So it's a lot of information. I'm also got it in print in here. That way you can see it as well. We love having your pirates here. We cannot wait to see what they learn and how much they grow this year. And you just helping us in mornings and afternoons get them in and out of the building smoothly helps us make sure their whole day goes great. And then we get them back to you happy and a little sleepy right now and ready to spend some time with you at home. So we hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you for listening to this long video, and we will see y'all soon.